Good news, all the ugly people you know are gonna die soon.
And Andrew Tate has been suspected of being trans after an image reveals his Speedo doesn't contain any Andrew Taters.
A smuggler hid ecstasy tablets inside stuffed Buc-ee's toys, as if people at Buc-ee's aren't already experiencing sheer ecstasy.
Plus, we're going to get you caught up on the race between the evil villain, Donald Trump, and everyone's favorite, benevolent, wonderful hero, Kamala Harris.
If we seem a little down, don't worry. That's just how we talk. This is the Talk Down.
Hi, I'm Adam Yenser, and I once saw an old woman nearly die in church.
And I'm Ethan Nicolle, and I may have been Me Too'd in church. You guys can help me decide it, and I tell my story in the subscriber portion. I'm not sure if I have.
You were raised Catholic, right?
I was raised half Catholic.
Oh, okay.
Half Catholic. I'm half
A lot
Catholic.
of them got Me Too'd.
Yeah, that's true. It wasn't then. It was
wasn't
actually
that-
very
oh,
recent.
Okay. Oh, it was more recent. I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Anyway, we're going to tell these stories in the subscriber portion, so you can go in there and find out all about our horrible experiences in churches.
yeah.
People dying, getting molested.
Mine's a
Who
fun.
knows?
Mine's a fun story.
Okay, it's fun.
It
She
has a
lived.
happy ending. We'll see. Well, no spoilers, but
She made. Well, you made this. You said almost died. so
yours has a
spoiled.
happy ending too. But, no, I'm kidding.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
Well, this very special 16th episode, we're standing for free speech on the Talk Down, unlike some people over in the UK.
Oh, yeah, they're cracking
Namely
down
the
on
cops.
the free speech, and they're threatening to extradite people from the U.S.
We're gonna come out of the USA
Oh,
and
man.
take care of your Musk. I don't know. They, right?
Yeah.
Like you saw an interview where they said like, oh, if you're gonna break our, how does that work? You're gonna break our laws in your country. We're gonna come
Yeah.
to your country and take you.
That's legal. I don't think what
Do
they're
they
doing.
think
I don't
they
think what
still-
they're doing over there is legal either. But
Right. Exactly. That's crazy. It's scary.
It's very sad that that's happening in the world today. But at least it doesn't affect me, so I don't have to care about it.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, we're done with them
Yeah.
long ago. They think they still own us. Maybe I don't know.
I don't know.
Like they
might.
still have some
Have you ever been to England?
twice.
Really?
Twice.
Just for vacation or for
Comic
work
conventions.
stuff? Oh, okay.
It was
Cool.
sweet. I got invited. The weird thing is I've been twice and I've never been to London.
Really?
Yeah.
I've
Except for
only
unless
been-
Heathrow Airport counts.
I've been to London, and when I was in London, I drove to Stonehenge. I saw Stonehenge. But I went there to see the Monty
love that
Python reunion show when they were at the
Oh, that's
O2
cool.
Arena. Yeah. It was very fun.
Yeah, I was there for two different comic conventions. One was in Leeds,
okay. Leeds, yeah.
and then Leeds, and the other one was man, I can remember. It's like a college city.
Oh,
The
okay.
weirdest thing was my first time ever in England,
Uh-huh.
and I got recognized walking down the street.
Did you really?
Yeah, it was so weird to like be in a foreign, like a
Wow.
different country,
That is crazy.
and like you Ethan Nicolle, you blow Ethan Nicolle, the X Corp crate.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was cool.
That's insane. I went there to see the Monty Python reunion show, and then I explored London a little bit. I thought the food was terrible, except
Yeah, food's
except
not
the Indian
amazing.
food. The
Fish
Indian
is
food there
fine.
is good. Yeah,
So when your best food is breaded fish,
yeah.
kind of. I did end up accidentally eating a lot of blood sausage and finding out later that's what it was.
Oh, really?
Ugh.
Yeah, I didn't try that.
I didn't know. I just the sausage. It looked good, and then I found out what it was. I was like, that sounds. I don't want to eat that.
I rented a car, and it's such
Oh,
a
you
it's
drove.
so weird the mindset of being on the other side of the
Right.
car and just driving on the other side of the road,
Hmm.
and it's such crazy traffic there. I was just like, wait,
Oh, yeah.
driving the whole
Really, I
time. Yeah.
bet. Huh.
But how was your week this week?
My week this week, my wife bought us tickets to the Ringling, Bailey, and Barnum and Bulio circus.
No way.
Yeah, or whatever it is.
They've
But,
expanded. They have some new partners.
Yeah, those different guys
like a
got
law
together.
firm, it grows and
They
it
all
grows.
high fived and a circus
Yeah.
appeared. And but no, so like I went to the circus fairly regularly as a kid. 'Cause
Oh, okay.
I went to those parking lot circuses, as a kid, like a
Yeah.
lot. It was popular for poor people.
Uh-huh.
But when I was a kid, like they have all the animals. Like my
Yeah.
favorite thing about circuses, I like the whimsicality,
Uh-huh. It's a very whimsical place.
whimsical,
Yeah.
circusy clowns. I
Yes.
love the clowns.
So you like clowns. A lot of people hate clowns.
I feel like that's an act. 'Cause you go to a circus, you don't like 90% of the people are like, oh, I hate clowns.
Yeah.
Like they're all laughing. 'Cause
Okay,
at a
but
circus,
you
in the proper
actively-
context. I think the thing about like clowns is they're not great out of context.
Yeah, that's true. And there's the
But at a
whole John
circus,
Wayne
they're
Gacy thing and everything.
Yeah, he definitely
kind of
marred
ruined them.
the clown, but I
Yeah.
think at a circus, in the context of the little car, honk, 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 all the stuff they do, big pants,
Yeah.
they're fun. At least as a kid, I thought they were hilarious. And then, yeah, like the elephants, the tigers, the lions, just all the animals, camels and stuff.
Uh-huh.
None of that now.
Really?
It's like, and the
Is it
music
because
too.
of-
I love
is
the
it
music.
because of animal rights stuff?
Yeah, I think it's all that.
Because when you said you went to the circus, I was going to say I'm surprised they even have that stuff.
Yeah, it's
because
changed.
there's
It's
all
like
this,
Cirque du
they're
Soleil
mean-
now. It's just
they're
pure
mean
acrobats.
to the elephants and the lions and stuff. You can't fend them off with a chair and whip them anymore.
Yeah, there's only so many things you can do with a human body flipping around and flopping around.
Yeah, exactly.
So so they and they have all these different platforms where people doing all kinds of different circus stuff all at the same time. So it feels very. I've never been to Cirque du Soleil.
a three-ring circus, right?
Kind of, but yeah, this is different. It's not the 3 rings anymore. It's like there's sort of the big main stage thing, and then these little ones. And then all the music sounds like it's from Moana. Like it's just like super like, oh no, imagine the wonder of the circus in your bra. And it's all high pitched and sounds like Disney music.
Do they still serve peanuts? Do you get peanuts at the circus?
Can you enunciate that?
Peanuts?
Oh, peanuts.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. We got popcorn, but I didn't get any. My son spilled it all down the aisle, like it cascaded down the aisle underneath everybody. But anyway, it was fine, but it was just I was disappointed. I know my kids don't know what they're missing, but I missed the music. Like,
yeah, that doesn't sound. Yeah, that was the classic circus music. I went to Ringling Brothers Circus when I was a kid, and I remember the elephants. And I remember some of the acrobats. They had the trapeze artists still. Do they do the
trapeze? Yeah, they got trapeze. Well, you know what? Actually, yeah, they had trapeze, but it's just everything was that. Like everything is people.
They have
swinging
trapeze,
around.
but it's only 3 feet off the ground now.
Well, they're up there.
Safe.
The weird thing also about this, my wife got such nosebleed seats. We were up against the very back wall at the top of the stadium.
Okay.
We were above the lights, so like you were looking down through the lights at the people. Where they were like, so I had to kind of look around the light fixture to see them.
Really? Was it in?
No,
a
it was at Ontario. Their stadium here.
I see.
The stadium here. It's not a huge stadium, but anyway, how about you? How's your week?
I didn't do anything this week. That's why.
Nothing?
That's why I tried talking about England first because I don't got anything to talk about. Well,
Did you go to any sweet castles in England?
I didn't. I don't think I went to any sweet castles. I saw.
What
the
are you
Tower
talking about? They're
Bridge.
everywhere.
I saw the Tower Bridge. I've seen castles in Germany. I've seen lots of castles in Germany, but not in.
That was the coolest thing to me. I'd never been to a castle and been like, wait, this is the oldest thing I've ever been in.
Yeah.
Except for the Earth itself. But like,
It's very interesting in Europe because here in the United States, like I grew up on the East Coast in Pennsylvania, and you have history there, but it all just goes back to 1776. And maybe there's some like early settlements.
you got more history over there than
or
I grew
some
up
like
with.
Native American stuff. But there's not like a lot of deep history. Whereas you go to Europe and it's like this thing was built in like BC times, and it's.
And I know that my family's from England.
Yeah.
It's one of the Channel Islands, but like, so yeah, I had no interest in visiting, but when I went, I felt this connection.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You felt like you were among your people.
Something. I loved it.
Nice.
I really loved it.
Nice.
All right. We'll talk down the week's top news.
Here we go. Our top story: study finds less attractive people live shorter lives.
Man.
It may seem unfair, but being unattractive could mean you are more likely to die younger than your good-looking peers. Now, this is kind of sad, but I feel like it's kind of good news for ugly people because that means regardless of whether you like get a makeover and get in shape or just stay that way, either way, you're not going to look like that much longer.
Because at a certain age, everybody's ugly, right?
Yeah.
So like,
You'll die.
is that just their way of saying,
like, well, at least I'm not to have to deal with this look being ugly very long. Ugly men live nearly a year less on average than those who are considered good looking.
just 1 year?
Yeah. And unattractive women die on average 2 years earlier than those who are more blessed in the looks department, according to a U.S. study published in Social Science and Medicine. That makes sense because there's nothing more attractive than a 115-year-old woman.
Yeah, I'm shocked that it's only 1 or 2 years difference.
Yeah.
That's not a great argument
And it also, I mean,
for something you
I
can't
guess it kind of
control.
makes sense because it feels like there's probably, if you're like less healthy, maybe you're on like a
Yeah, they talk about it later in
looks
here,
are probably out of health. And I would also feel like if you're more attractive, maybe you're able to like land a better job and have a healthier social circle.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like,
later in these notes too. You can skip over those if you get to that part of the
No,
notes.
I'll still say it. We got some time to fill. The researchers from Arizona State University and University of Texas at Austin analyzed data from a long-running study that tracked more than 8,300 Wisconsin high school students from 1957 to their old age or death in 2022.
So these are Wisconsin hot people.
This is what's weird. So Arizona State University, one of the hottest colleges, studied people from Wisconsin and decided ugly people die sooner. This is completely biased.
You mean temperature hot or hotness hot?
In Arizona,
Arizona?
ASU Arizona State, I feel like they're known for having like an attractive
I don't have my ear to the ground
college,
on that kind of
college students. But it's also weird that they started studying the students in high school for their attractiveness. It's like, why are you hanging out at high school rating teenage girls on their attractiveness? Like, leave me alone. I'm doing it for science. Alongside
like a sitcom, teenage sitcom.
Alongside a lifetime of health data, researchers also collected yearbook photos and tasked independent arbiters to rate their attractiveness.
Creepy guys.
The looks of the participants were then ranked into 6 categories from most to least attractive.
I want to know.
Do you think the participants ever found out which category? Like, let me see. What
were the names of the categories? Like,
no, you can't see which.
Yeah, like which super hot, like dog face, pony soul. Hippo.
Those in the bottom of the 6 categories for attractiveness were 16.8% more likely to have died than those in the middle 4 rankings. Little is known about the association between facial attractiveness and longevity. The social scientist Connor Sheehan from Arizona State University and economist Daniel Hammermesh from the University of Texas at Austin said in their published paper.
So that's what I'm going to say. It's facial attractiveness? So that means you could be...
They just judge their yearbook photos. So
you could be like morbidly obese, but if you get a good face...
a good face.
You're good. Because I've been told I have a pretty good face.
Nice.
So maybe I'm good. I should tell my wife that. I think she's concerned that from my weight, I might die sooner than other people.
Really?
But I could tell her I have a good face.
As long as you got a good head
science is on my side.
But attractiveness, attractiveness may convey underlying health issues, and it systematically structures critical social stratification processes. That's a much more highbrow way of saying what I said.
What you said.
Broadly, we found that those whose facial attractiveness was rated in the least attractive sextile had a higher mortality risk throughout life compared to those rated average or high.
So sextile is some kind of sexiness rating.
It is funny that they chose that term. Yeah. I'm in the sexiest sextile. Importantly, we found little advantage in longevity for those who rated with high levels of attractiveness relative to the average. So it's not necessarily that the super hot people live longer. It's just that ugly people definitely die sooner.
Definitely die sooner, yes.
Although attractiveness hasn't been shown to impact longevity directly, it might have an influence. Better looking people might be healthier. Let's see. Attractiveness could be directly influenced longevity, as considerable research has found that there is a genetic component to attractiveness.
Hitler believed that.
Did he really?
Well, I mean, yeah, that was the whole eugenics thing, right?
The master race.
Mm-hmm.
Are you comparing this guy to Hitler, Dr. Sheehan?
He's probably got some stuff in common. I don't know. Don't we all?
Well, I'm not going to go that far. We're gonna get our podcast suspended. There is also extensive social science that demonstrates that more attractive people earn more, get treated better by teachers, and are less likely to commit crime
and suicide.
And when they do, they receive lighter sentences. Oh, wow. Attractive people get lighter sentences than ugly criminals. Over time, if people didn't pay as much attention to looks in daily life, I'm quite sure that 100 years from now, we wouldn't see these differences in longevity, he told the Times.
Well, when we all live in the metaverse, then we can't see each other's faces, and everyone just looks like a hot Star Fox character, anime guy.
Yeah. And here's the thing, I'm not saying correlation is causation, but when we all had to wear masks and cover our faces for the pandemic, a lot of people died.
That's true. All right, well, enough about people who look like dogs. Let's talk about actual dogs. Story 2, China will have nearly twice as much. Why did I say story 2? China will have nearly twice.
We should do that each time.
China will have nearly twice as many pets as young children by 2030, Goldman Sachs says. China's pet population will be close to double that of its young children by 2030, as young Chinese remain unwilling to start new families, Goldman Sachs says in a recent note.
So the problem is not that there's too many pets, but that they're not having enough children. Is that it?
I think they're just opting to have pets instead of children, probably.
Because if there was just too many pets, I feel like China could solve that if they just get eaten.
Yeah.
They could
they
cook up the old RFK Jr. special.
It's their livestock. Like they could say that about cows in America.
Yeah.
They have so many pet cows. So many pet cows and chickens. I'm trying to do a light accent.
You're trying to walk. No. Trying to walk the line.
The country's urban pet population, I love urban pets, like they're like Snoop Dogg dogs, is to hit over 70 million by the end of the decade, while the number of children 4 and under will dwindle to less than 40 million. That's almost half, according to Goldman Sachs research that cited data for the National Bureau of Statistics.
Huh.
Now, births in the country are projected to fall at an average rate of 4.2% until 2030, largely driven by a decline in the population of women aged 20 to 35 years, and as the younger generation is less inclined to have children, the report stated. I know that some of this is a holdover from the one child policy.
Oh, okay.
And then even now, they're like free to have 3 or 4 kids now, and most aren't. They just don't. It's
They
kind
should
of
start a one pet
created
policy.
a stigma around having big
You're
families.
allowed to have one pet.
Yeah, have one pet policy.
Yeah.
Those aged between 23 and 33 years made up almost half the pet owners in China of 2023, according to a China pet industry white paper.
Oh, they should send you over there with your hammer. You love killing pets.
Yeah, I could work. I could go to town. I'd be the Mario of
Smash your way across
Mario.
China.
Does Mario have a hammer?
Just beating people to death.
I feel like there's a game where he has a hammer.
Well, in the original Donkey Kong, didn't he
Right, he's
even
got a hammer.
smash the barrel?
Oh, I'm thinking Fix It Felix or something.
Oh, okay.
There's a character with a hammer out there, and I could be that guy in China. They got a lot of money in China. They could pay me well. As young Chinese adults opt for fur babies, I hate that term, over real babies.
Dumb term.
The bank expects like fur wife.
Yeah.
So, like it's equal.
Yeah.
It's my fur father. The bank expects the country's pet food market to flourish to a $12 billion industry.
And fur babies doesn't work the other way. Like you can't call children skin pets.
Well, you could, but I mean,
You get
it's not. You get a lot of looks. The report also forecasts China's cat ownership to surpass that of dogs, as the former tend to require less space to raise. Or is that really why? Because they're just so efficient and they like efficient pets?
Yeah.
I think it's cultural. It's plummeting. I don't know. It's a decline. But I love the idea of China. Can you imagine like your job? Oh wait, is this right here? I'm just going to finish the news story, then we'll talk. Okay. China's population fell for a second straight year in 2023 to 1.41 billion people, dropping.
Oh no, soon there won't be any of them left.
Yeah,
there's only
dropping by 2.8 million.
1.4 billion.
In the previous year, government statistics showed while new marriages in China rose 12.4% in 2023 from the previous year, more than half of the population between the ages of 25 and 29 remain unmarried, with late marriages becoming more common in recent years. So I know they have an issue right now where like there's more old people than young people. All these young people have to take care of old people. So that soon it's going to be like all the dogs and cats going to have to take care of all the old people.
Oh, wow.
Because there won't be children, right?
Yeah, they'll have to train their pets to take care of them better.
This is how you change a catheter. Yeah,
exactly. Sure.
But can you imagine any more like sad job than being like a guy who works in a Chinese dog food factory?
Yeah.
Like, that cannot be a good.
They could solve it the way
place to work.
Japan did with the Hello Kitty story and just claim that their cats are actually little girls.
Yeah, they're all actually little
You
girls.
can't even tell the difference.
Well, if all goes wrong, they have some to eat.
Yeah, that's true. If that story hasn't drained you of your hope for humanity, let's talk about Andrew Tate.
Yes, let's.
Andrew Tate swimsuit pic starts Hold on, let me start this over. Story 3. Andrew Tate swimsuit pic starts trans panic among conspiratorial right. That's good because it's been a few minutes since the conspiratorial right had a trans panic.
Yeah, trans panic.
That's their favorite kind of panic. Oh, yeah.
Does that mean it's not a panic, but it identifies as a panic? I'm going to go to trans panic.
It's a calmness that identifies as panic. Let's see. Conspiracy theorists have set their sights on far-right influencer Andrew Tate, accusing him of being transgender. In a post to Facebook on Tuesday, a user named Rob Anderson shared a close-up photo of Tate wearing what appears to be men's swimwear before suggesting that no male genitalia were present. That picture is gross. You can almost see Andrew's taint.
or his taters.
Yeah.
You can't see his taters. Yeah, we're not gonna post the picture, but you're welcome to look.
We gotta show the picture so they
you want to like?
Aren't we?
I didn't have it on there.
Oh, I feel like
so
you
we can
gotta
click the link on the
understand
show notes if you really wanted like a good close up of his groin.
Yeah. I guess
It's not obscene. It's just like
it's just disturbing. It's like
just
a man
disturbing.
in
It does look very flat. Like it looks like underwear on a Ken doll.
There's no topography there.
There's nothing. Yeah, it's just
it's just flat.
It's just like an action figure.
Yeah, exactly.
So it is questionable.
Yeah. The guy that shared it, this guy, Rob Anderson, I guess she forgot to wear her fake eggplant laugh emoji, Anderson wrote. In further remarks, Anderson suggested that anyone who receives any notoriety or attention like Tate must be part of a global conspiracy to control the public.
This guy's take a little far. He is a conspiracy theorist.
Is he just
confirmed?
Is he like, I don't know this guy. Is he
I don't know
famous in his
either.
own right, or is he like kind of clout chasing by trying to start?
I think it is. It feels like, and I don't know much beyond the story, but he sounds like he's trying to be a mini Alex Jones kind of guy or something. Yeah, he's all his theories.
In further remarks, Anderson suggested. Oh, sorry, I read that. I told everyone about this a while back. He added, "It's all of them. If they are on the stage, they are part of the inverted show." Despite the nonsensical claim, followers of Anderson seem to be on board with the conspiracy theory. She blocked me for calling her a transformer, another user said in reference to Tate. In another comment, one woman suggested that Tate was purposely revealing his identity as a female in order to signal the beginning of the end. There's such deep
Bizarre,
conspiracy,
right?
such deep conspiracy theories about all this stuff.
You think when he said they're all part of the inverted show, like they're talking about him, Tate being like inverted? Get it? I don't know. Like that's how they do it, right? The sex changes.
Oh, they inverted the.
It gets inverted.
Yeah, the peener to a giner.
Peener. Yes.
Short answer to wait. It says when asked by another commenter why Tate was secretly transgender, Anderson claimed that it was all part of an effort to mock God.
That's why I couldn't delete this. It's just all.
It's
finally
rambly accusations.
Someone's speaking up for God. Thank you.
Short answer to blaspheme the Father. We are made in His image, so they reverse and pervert it because we are made in His image. Some of this I get. Some of it I get is true of the whole transgender movement.
Yeah.
I think there's elements of that.
And this is a new
But
story
I'm not-
taking these things out of context.
But I'm not completely convinced that Andrew Tate himself. I'm
the
not
beginning
even
of
a
the
huge
end?
like Andrew Tate
No,
fan
I'm
one
not.
way or the other. I don't think he's transgender.
Yeah.
Numerous others argued that Tate's V-shaped clavicles were also proof that he was born female. Here's the thing: these people clearly they're very personally disturbed by like transgenderism and all the LGBTQ stuff, and then to fight it, they're like studying a photo of a man's crotch and his V-shaped clavicles. They're just carefully examining
V-shaped
this
clavicles
man's-
sounds like an instrument you'd play.
this man's
some kind of
nude body to try to determine whether he's trans or not.
like a Caribbean band.
Some even went as far as to claim that Tate looks similar to Anton LaVey, the founder of the Church of Satan and the religion of Satanism, and therefore must be related.
I know a guy who used to walk his daughter home from school.
Anton LaVey's daughter?
Yeah,
Really?
lived down the road from him. The girl who I went to
Where
the
did he
big dance
live?
with
Where did
in
they-
California.
Oh, okay. It figures.
Yeah,
The old devil stuff.
but he said he literally had a white lion in the house. Like that was like part of his thing.
Wow.
I guess he could get away with that in California back then.
Was that his explanation for it? I don't feel like you could get...
I'm the Church of Satan. It's our religion. I don't know.
No, I want if the cops ever come, hey, sir, do you have a white lie? He just goes, yeah, but it's kind of my thing.
Yeah,
They're like, all right.
Church of Satan.
Well,
They're like high priest of Satanism.
What am I not going to have a white lion in my house? While there is zero tangible evidence that Tate is transgender, the incident highlights how even popular far-right figures can become targets of the most extreme conspiracy theorists. Tate is just the latest conservative accused of being transgender. Earlier this week, followers of the QAnon conspiracy theory made similar claims about Kyle Rittenhouse. Yeah. This is the first time reading that. Is that true?
I didn't look into it, but yeah, apparently Rittenhouse.
QAnon thinks Kyle Rittenhouse is transgender.
QAnon launches transvestigation of Kyle Rittenhouse after he wavered on Trump.
He said he wasn't going to vote for Trump at first because of his
That's
gun
the dead
control
giveaway.
stance, and then QAnon instantly decides he's transgender.
Ugh.
Wow.
Like, who do you think is worse? The worst of the left or the worst of the right?
They're
It's
both.
well, the worst of the right's pretty bad. If you're going to go
Everything.
all the way to like,
I think at the fringe,
Nazis.
the people that are actually, that are actually racists and anti-Semites and stuff. Although there's
no, I think, but I think you go far enough to the left, like they want to murder a lot of people too. It's just
that's what I was
for
going to
different
say.
reasons.
That's what I was going to say. There's those extremes on both ends.
Population control.
Here's the thing. I do think the fringe, you can make an argument that the extreme right, the ones that are actually, violent and hateful, are maybe worse. What I don't like about the extreme left, I think, encompasses a much greater part of the mainstream left.
Yes.
I think that their extremities work their way into the mainstream of the left.
And
much
what
more
is
so than
called
the
extreme
fringe
right is more mainstream and
because to
extreme
the
right is-
left, they will call anything even slightly right of them a Nazi and a white supremacist and just a horrible far right person.
right. Well, anyway, I never really want to. I find Andrew Tate mostly just obnoxious, but I thought we can talk about him maybe being trans. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, it sounds like these conspiracy theorists are really rushing to conclusions, but you know what else is Russian?
What's that, Ethan?
Story 4.
Nice.
Russian chess player allegedly poisons rival before match.
Wow.
How do you say that in Russian?
I'm.
Okay, this is going to be some tough names and words in here. Dagestani chess player Armina Abrakarova allegedly had poisoned her opponent with mercury before a chess tournament on August 2nd, according to Baza, a Russian Telegram news channel.
What is Dagestani? I never heard. Is Dagestan? That sounds like a made-up country from Game of Thrones.
Dagestan. That sounds like a expletive.
Is that like a part of?
light
Maybe it's
expletive.
a region of Russia or something.
No idea. I only know Moscow. That's all I got.
And St. Petersburg.
Oh, yeah.
And
that's true.
Siberia.
That's a city?
Siberia is a region.
A region, okay.
And what's the one where all the rebel Chechnya?
Chechnya.
Yeah, so I
That's different than Czech Republic, Chechnya.
Yeah, that's different.
Or
But I
Czech.
never heard of Dagestan or Dagestan.
A security camera video of the chess tournament in the city of Makachalakakaka shows Abakarova going to her opponent's Umaganat Asamanova table. That's her name. It's not the name of the table, it's the person's name. Sprinkling something close to where she should sit. So apparently, I guess, I didn't even know that you could do that. Put like something mercury in, and people, I don't know about mercury. You just touch it and you get sick
Maybe
or
Andrew
something?
Tate sat on some mercury and it burned off his
Tate.
bulge, his
Yeah.
topography.
Amina applied an, I'm not good at Russian accents. Amina applied an unidentified substance, which later turned out to contain mercury, to the table where Umay Ganat was set to play against her.
I feel like you hit it. I feel like you hit it really well every other word.
The president of the Russian Republic of Dagestan's Physical Culture and Sports Ministry confirmed with the Russian state media outlet TASS. TASS. Good thing you got that T on there. Osmanova reportedly discovered the mercury when a piece of it came out from under the board. In the first minutes, I felt lack of air and taste of iron in mouth, Osmanova told RTV1. I had to spend about 5 hours on this board. I don't know what would have happened to me if I hadn't seen it earlier. Osmanova beat Abrakarova. Man, these names, man. The previous week at a July chess tournament, a bitter Abrakarova there's a quote on, this isn't a quote. Abrakarova reportedly refused to shake, there's a quote mark on the notes that messed me up, to shake Osmanova's hand following the competition. So like, she beat it. She beat this other girl.
Uh-huh.
So Osmanova is the one that got poisoned. Abakarova is the bad one, right? The poisoner.
The evil Abakarova.
So Ozma, we'll just say Ozma and Abba.
Okay.
Abba and Ozma. Ozma and Abak. So Ozma, she's like, goes out to shake hands after she defeated her at chess, and she wouldn't even shake her hand.
Wow.
Wow. She should have been grateful to me. I didn't make a fuss and forgave her, Osmanova said of the incident.
So that was the one who got poisoned, said she didn't make a fuss about it. It's just like, oh, she just tried to kill me and I don't care.
I know that might be about her not shaking her hand.
Oh,
She'd just
okay.
been grateful and,
I
thanks
see.
that I beat her. I don't know. Maybe that was it. Russian outlet MASH reported that Abakarova, not the smoothest criminal, had asked organizers if the security cameras were functioning 20 minutes before the competition started. Organizers reportedly told her they were not.
Yeah.
These security cameras, they
That
work or no?
That would be like if the Secret Service let a potential assassin fly a drone over a Trump
Right.
rally hours before and did nothing about it.
Yeah, these things don't happen.
Yeah,
It's possible.
it's impossible.
The Russian Chess Federation, sounds crazy, is now considering a lifetime ban for Abakarova, along with her current suspension, according to RTV1. They're considering, like, what else does she have to do? She poisons somebody's butt.
She tried to kill her opponent, but this is her first strike.
Is it kill? It sounds like, okay, so Abakarova has been detained by police under the charge of intentional infliction of minor harm to health. So it sounds like not attempted murder. So is that...
So mercury can't...
Does mercury just make you sick? Like, you're like, I got to get out of here. I don't know what the bathroom's called in Russia, but...
Wow. Earlier, I felt like it said... I thought it said something about it could be potentially fatal.
Probably.
Well,
you do that. I'll ask ChatGPT real quick.
All right. Well, now let's talk. Well, let's talk about another substance I was taught could poison and kill me: marijuana. Story 5.
Okay.
Driver caught smuggling hard drugs inside stuffed Buc-ee's toys.
Real quick, mercury exposure can be dangerous and potentially fatal. Oh, but it's highly unlikely that mercury on your skin, including your butt, would be immediately lethal.
Does it say including your butt?
Yeah, I asked it.
People have been.
I asked, can mercury on your butt kill you?
Oh, okay. I didn't know if they said that specifically because a lot of people have been trying to kill other people with mercury to the butt.
All right, sorry. Continue.
No, so this is our 5th story. Driver caught smuggling hard drugs inside stuffed Buc-ee's toys. Authorities in Texas uncovered drugs stuffed inside plush toys of a beloved iconic mascot of the Lone Star State during a routine traffic stop. The Fayette County Sheriff's Office announced in a statement that a deputy found marijuana and ecstasy inside Buc-ee's beaver plush toys. Officials said the driver gave consent to the deputy to search the vehicle. So, Buc-ee's has everything. I bet they sell marijuana and ecstasy in one of those aisles.
I've not been to Buc-ee's, but yeah, it seems like they sell everything, right? There's like this massive. I've been to.
It's just incredible.
What have I been to? There's in Pennsylvania.
Wawa?
No.
Sheetz?
Sheetz. I've been to Sheetz, and Sheetz is a wonderland, but is Buc-ee's better?
Buc-ee's is like 3 times the size of Sheetz.
Wow. Yeah, Sheetz.
Because I grew up with Wawa in Pennsylvania, and then Sheetz also in some areas. They're both good. There's like kind of a rivalry between them, but Buc-ee's, I encountered the first one when I was in Texas years ago, and now they've expanded through a lot of the South, but they have like 100 gas pumps and 80 bathrooms, and they have all sorts of. They have like a grocery store. They have a barbecue pit. They have a wall of beef jerky. They have candy. Sometimes there's a mascot dressed as Buc-ee wandering around in there. It's
like incredible. The Bass Pro Shop of gas stations.
It is. It's like a must see when I'm in the South. I make a point of it to visit Buc-ee's. Yeah. During the search, officials said the deputy detected the odor of marijuana coming from the vehicle and located the Buc-ee's plushies in the rear seat. After exploring the toys, it's such a weird way of putting it. After exploring the toys, the deputy discovered packages inside and found that the plushies were restitched. The stuffed beavers were found to contain packages of marijuana and ecstasy. Authorities said the marijuana weighed over 2 pounds.
Like inside the one Buc-ee toy?
I think it's the total of all the marijuana they found in all the toys. I feel like if you wanted to involve Buc-ee's in your drug smuggling scheme, you could just swallow them in a balloon and then poop it out in one of their 80 bathroom stalls.
Gross.
After the discovery of the drugs, the driver claimed he was suffering from chest pain and was sent to a local hospital for treatment. Must have eaten too much brisket from the barbecue pit.
So they have an actual barbecue pit at the gas station?
They have a little central barbecue pit area where you can...
They cook it using their own gasoline?
What do they call it? Like a pit master? They have like a guy there cooking it. Yeah.
Man, I want to go now.
Buc-ee's is cool. And the logo is so awesome. Just
it's iconic. I've seen the logo.
The big smiling beaver, yeah.
It's like a dopey kind of beaver. Well, that guy's probably going to wind up in jail, but wait till you hear who broke out of jail. Story 6. Kangaroo escapes from prison in Czech Republic. Not Chechnya.
The Czech Republic.
Chechnya Republic. Czech. Police in the Czech Republic are on the trail of an unusual fugitive that escaped from a prison near Prague. Prague. A kangaroo. The kangaroo. Oh wait, that's a joke. Let's see what Johnny had for us. The kangaroo was serving a 20-year sentence for poisoning a fellow kangaroo with mercury.
Call back.
Not bad. It's a callback. Authorities said 2 kangaroos escaped Saturday from the jail in Jints?
Looks like Jints.
Judas?
Or Juris. Is that an I?
It's like got like a umlaut or a...
Oh, yeah, that's an R. Juris.
Juris. That sounds like a guy's name. Southeast of the capital, but one of the marsupials later returned on its own, bounced back.
It returned to jail.
Yeah.
A kangaroo escaped
The
from
dumb
jail,
sidekick.
and then one of them was like, "Well, I guess I'll go back to jail.
Yeah.
There's not much
God,
to do out. Not much
There's the
to do out here." In
Someone's like
the
the
Czech
bad
Republic.
influence. Yeah. Yeah, like, wait, this isn't Australia. Where the hell are we?
yeah,
Prison representative Markita Prunarova said the other kangaroo remains on the loose days later, and police are searching the area.
that other kangaroo. Sorry, I'm more fascinated by that one now. It's like, isn't it in like Shawshank Redemption? And you hear about people who they get released from prison and they realize they can't handle life.
They can't
on the outside, so
live on the outside.
they just want to get back in because that's the only life they know.
Prunarova urged members of the public not to attempt to approach the kangaroo and to instead contact police if it is spotted. This because this kangaroo is, I mean, he's in there. You don't even know he's in there.
And
for, like,
kangaroos are
rape.
already jacked, and all you
Yeah.
have to do in prison just keep working out, and you know that
This is-
kangaroo must be a dangerous.
I can't remember when we did the episode where we talked a lot about animals raping, but I assume a prison kangaroo
Oh, geez,
might have some
maybe.
abilities. The prison is home to other animals, including rabbits, llamas, and roosters.
What kind of prison are they confusing a prison for a zoo?
Farm.
Other prison animals include rabbits,
Yeah.
llamas, and
Lemurs,
roosters.
yeah. They are part of a prison program that allows prisoners nearing the ends of their terms to learn skills, including farming and animal husbandry.
Mm.
I don't know if they need to be husbanding animals.
I always thought
Prison.
prisoners practice cellmate husbandry.
As a form of
They make
therapy.
they make their cellmate their husband.
As a form of therapy. I'm
Oh.
sorry. All right. I always thought prisoners practiced. Yeah, you just said that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I don't know why they have. So they have kangaroos in the Czech Republic prison,
Yeah.
and one escaped.
And there was a story a few weeks ago about a guy in Germany whose kangaroo escaped and was on the loose for like a year or something before they found it. There's a lot of just stray kangaroos running around Europe, I'm finding.
Maybe they can jump higher than people think.
Yeah. I didn't see any kangaroos when I was in England, did you?
No,
No.
I saw when I went to Australia.
Yeah, I saw a lot. This is horrible, but there's a road I drove in Australia.
Mhm.
It's like up north from Alice Springs to the eastern coast. One of the highways, there's more roadkill than I have ever seen on
Oh,
any
yeah.
road in my life.
Yeah, they're like
There's
deer there.
so many.
Yeah,
But
antelope.
it's even like I grew up in Pennsylvania. I'm used to seeing deer hit along the road. I counted one time and it was something like there was like 30 in the course of a mile.
Hmm.
30 dead kangaroos and wallabies all over the road.
They should put like wipeout balls on people's cars
Yeah.
or something, so they just kind of bounce.
Oh yeah.
Something.
Or like trains have that, what do they call that? The little cattle pusher thing on the front
Oh,
of
yeah, the
trains,
cow
you know?
catcher.
Yeah, yeah.
Does that really save the cow though? That
It just
blows
pushes it
into
out
pieces,
of it just
right?
pushes it out of the way. No, I don't.
Oh.
I'm just talking to get them off the road.
Oh yeah, because I'm thinking if they're probably bouncing midair, you hit them, it's like
Yeah.
a splat.
Uh-huh.
But if they're bouncing in there and they hit like a bouncy ball
Yeah,
full of air,
maybe.
I guess it's hard to see through those though.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not too worried about it. We got plenty of them, I think.
There are a lot of kangaroos over there though. It doesn't seem like they're running out.
Right. All right.
Well,
So
time-
this is a very special time of the show
Yes, it's our favorite time.
where we talk about you, the listener and the viewer. Thank
Our
you for your
mid-show
service,
promo.
watching and listening to our show. Yes,
Yes.
the mid-show promo, aptly titled. Well, we have our featured YouTube comment from Kay Starler. I forgot to grab an image of this, but she said, I think that booth, remember the booth you posted?
Yeah, the therapy booth.
It's a Peanuts reference. Someone
Yeah,
else shared that.
I knew that.
Oh, you didn't? You knew that? I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we didn't mention it, I don't think. So maybe
Oh,
it's
I don't think we
we're
maybe.
dumb.
I don't know that we maybe said it or not. But
Yeah.
I know that's what because
Adam knew. I didn't know.
Lucy used to have a therapy booth on the Peanuts.
It was all,
Theater
it's like
Street, and
exactly like, it's
the
word
doc-
for word.
So hers would
Except
say,
for
I think
Trump.
the doctor is in, and this one said Trump therapy, and it said the faux doctor is in.
Right. And they said 5 cents.
I think I was talking more about how crazy it is that the woman would set up this booth, but no, I got that
said
it's a
clearly Peanuts reference. So sad these funny guys don't know a Peanuts reference when it's obvious.
Come on, I knew the reference. I didn't. We didn't exactly say we did. I don't even remember if I said that. I've showed that picture to a few people.
Yeah, yeah.
I've definitely talked about it being a
No, it's
Peanuts
okay.
reference, but
I didn't know.
we'll have to make sure we say everything about every story. So
You have to be
we
careful when
don't
you say
look
the
like
word peanuts.
we don't look like unfunny people.
Yeah, or is uncultured.
Yeah.
I've never liked peanuts very much. Is that blasphemy? All right.
I don't know.
you can-
I watched the what was it? The Charlie Brown Christmas and the
Mm.
Charlie Brown.
I was just on
How-
required
Great
watching at our
Pumpkin,
age.
yeah. Here's our featured Apple podcast review. I love it! 3 exclamation points. I heard about this podcast from another podcast, That Story Show. So I gave it a listen and it was awesome. This is such a great podcast and is my favorite source of news. What's That Story Show?
That Story Show is a show. I actually used to be on it.
Okay.
Briefly.
Did you go on it recently and promote
but I actually, the hosts, one of the hosts, James, he messaged me and said, hey, good job getting a new podcast going. And
nice.
he offered to let me do an ad. So I wrote him a short ad and they played it a couple times.
Oh, cool.
Show. And so, yeah, thank you. You guys came over from That Story Show. And thanks, James and John, for that. I would love to at some point have them on, but they live in a totally different time zone. And I think it'd be tough to, they live in a way, far away.
What time zone do they live in?
Eastern, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, That Story Show I would recommend also if you like funny life stories. They have people submit just their funny stories from life, all the way from teenagers up to adults. And it's very family friendly generally. So like me and my kids love listening to it in the car because it's just funny. Everyone's got their story. They go around in a circle and tell like a funny thing that happened to me the other day. That's this whole show.
Nice. How many people are on per show? Is it just 1 or 2? Or
it's just the 2 hosts that they get tons of emails and stuff.
So it's all different people.
And they've been doing it for so long.
Okay.
There's like years worth of episodes to go back. You can go back and hear my full detailed one about. Oh, wow. I have a few episodes in there. My pizza one. I'm in the intro. If you're listening to the intro, they have me. So you hear the guy go, "Who's cooking pizza?" That's me.
Nice.
It's talking about farting. Anyway, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, review, all those things that everybody begs you to do. Like you don't have anything else better to do in the world. We need you.
We need you to leave comments and write reviews for us.
Yeah.
That's how you should use your time.
All right, well, let's talk a little what's going on in the old world today.
Did you listen to the Trump and Elon Musk Spaces interview on X?
I tried to. It felt like so I got on it. So first, did you like...
So I tried to log on right away, and I think like everybody, there's all sorts of technical problems.
Yeah.
I couldn't get in. And then I started looking up on YouTube to see if people were live streaming it, because I thought there's maybe just getting overloaded where I couldn't get in, but then it seemed like nobody could get in for 20 minutes.
Well, there's some kind of attack or something. I don't know.
Elon said it was...
The libs.
There was a cyber attack.
Yeah, cyber attack.
Overwhelmed their servers or something.
Yeah.
And then I did listen.
Then there was the music for a long time.
There was music. Yes, that's right.
Really annoying.
And then I listened to probably about 40 minutes of it. It went over 2 hours.
I got close to 2 hours, but I also was like, my family was all around me, and I felt like I was listening. I felt like I was on a work call, trying to listen in to the meeting, the one where I didn't really have to say anything.
Yeah.
And also trying to just like live my normal life. Everybody kept, like, the kids were like, "Why are you listening to that?" Like they didn't know what I understand. Like, do you understand what I'm listening to? This is President Trump and Elon Musk talking. Yeah, and I don't know what that is. I don't care. It just sounds like I'm listening to some guys talk on the phone.
Yeah, and I think I listened to a lot of it. It was pretty typical, like stuff. But the stories, like the headlines after it, the media hates that Trump talked to Musk on this. However, it's only negative headlines. They're trying to claim.
Yeah, I was trying to just find, because I know that
and they'll say that it's like soft. Oh, they has softball. Well, at least Musk is transparent about the fact. He says, "I'm voting for you. I'm supporting you." The media will, if Kamala ever grants them interviews, which she won't. She hasn't done any since announcing she's running. When they give her softball questions, they act like they're journalists and like they're being objective. And they're propagandists for her. At least Elon is saying, "Yeah, I'm supporting this guy." Yeah, and we're having a conversation about why I support him and what his plans are.
Yeah, I mean, Musk really is like a moderate Democrat.
Yeah,
Trump's a moderate Republican.
Yeah. To me,
Trump
it's like
by
no means like
these
an
guys are
extremely
talking.
conservative person.
Yeah, and they're not guys that agree on everything. I mean, I feel like there's got to be a large swath of the country that agrees with. Generally with these two guys are talking about.
Exactly. And the media wants to run with, if there's anything in there, like always, if Trump gives a whole rally and then once, attacks Kamala's race, then the whole story is just Trump attacks Kamala's race. It's not anything else that he said in the entire interview. And
also that as far as live streams go, it was record breaking. As far as I understand, there's never been a live stream with the numbers this stream has had.
Oh, really?
Of any stream on any platform. Wow. And so that's undercut by all the... And it is part of this wider kind of obnoxious fight between the Trump campaign and the Kamala campaign of who's got the bigger rallies and who's got the bigger rallies.
Because there's also the thing where a lot of conservative like social media people are claiming that Kamala's using AI to fake the size of her crowds.
Right.
I don't completely believe that one because here's the thing. I've seen them share the pictures from it. There are pictures they're sharing that are definitely AI generated, but I haven't seen the original source. Maybe it's out there and I just don't know about it, but I haven't seen the original source where anyone from the Kamala campaign actually shared these ones that are clearly AI, where they have like weird eyes and faces and too many fingers.
Yeah,
I'm
trying to where the actual campaign. If you guys have them,
if there is a
they
source
actually
where,
shared
where
that,
it was actually a Kamala campaign or somebody sharing those pictures, but I haven't seen any evidence of that. And then there's this famous one that's been going around where there's a crowd welcoming Kamala off the jet. I think, was that in Arizona or something?
I don't remember.
Wherever it was. They were on the tarmac, and people are claiming that because you can't see the reflection of the crowd in the underside of the airplane, that it was faked by AI.
It's a cylinder.
There's other video and pictures of that, and regardless of if you're going to argue whether the crowd is exactly as big as they said it was, there's a lot of people there.
Right.
And what worries me about this is I don't get what conservatives. I want Trump to win, and I think it is going to be a tough race to November 6th.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it helps to, whether it's true or not, to underestimate the size of the crowd that Kamala is getting, because that's sort of, in 2020, it was, there's no way they can beat us. Trump's got all the momentum. Look at the few people coming out to support Biden. And then, they know how to get the votes out.
I do feel like this is a bit of a recognizing what they did wrong with Hillary.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the whole Kamala campaign right now is just the message of, we're just partying, we're so happy, everybody loves Kamala, we're having a great time over here, and I think they almost know, like, if they just like act like they're having a great time, don't give any interviews, no substance whatsoever, that's just going to get Trump and the right going. Like, don't give into it.
and it it has yet to be seen whether
BS.
it has yet to be seen whether it'll work for them. But there are elements of both. The lesson they learned from Hillary and also how they treated the Biden campaign when he was just kind of in the basement the whole time.
Right.
They just want to, they know the media will help them claim that there's this enthusiasm and energy and that Kamala's a wonderful person, even though there's no policies on her website and she was the least popular vice president 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. And I think that's the response to these crowds. People are going like,
but I think
it feels like BS.
Here's why I think there could be people this size at these crowds.
I think there are.
Because there are people out there who listen to the media and absorb that.
There are, but also
are getting.
I saw a video, a guy's not like a total conspiracy theorist. He was talking about like that giant arena that she did. Mm-hmm. It was a private event.
Yes, they were. That is true. They were some of these were invite only.
So these are
invite people to fill the.
It makes more sense to me that it's people that are part of democratic organizations. They're political people.
Yeah.
And they're all coming in to a guaranteed.
Yeah.
So it's not a bunch of people poured in off the street like a Trump rally where it's total grassroots. Like, people are showing up.
And that's what they're kind of trying to just astroturf this fake enthusiasm for her.
I think that's the big thing.
Where they're saying, look how excited everyone is. And, again, it's yet to be seen whether this strategy will work for them. But I think the Democratic Party and the media, their strategy right now is to pretend there's all this enthusiasm for Kamala. Mm-hmm. They don't put her in front of the interview cameras. They don't have people asking her tough questions.
Right.
And they just let Trump talk because he does have these big events and he's not afraid to sit down with, did you see JD Vance's interviews this week? He did several with
I've seen some videos. I don't know
ABC, CNN, I think he did, and there was one other one, but he's handled really well.
Yeah, he's doing well.
Into those interviews with media people who are hostile towards him. They're trying to get him. They're trying to ask him the most provocative, controversial things about stuff he said years ago instead of talking about the issues. But he's handled it really well.
Yeah. I hope that the Harris campaign's wrong about people. It feels like the theory is like if we get a group of like 12 people and go somewhere and find a doorway and then line up, our nature will be, and then we just are like, oh yeah,
it's like
like this.
Proofing.
Oh yeah, bro, this is gonna be so woo. Let's do like dumb people at bars do. Like I hate those people.
It's social proofing. It's like,
and then
if
everyone
other
just
people
get in
like
line.
her,
What's
we
this
must like
line?
her.
We don't know what the line's for. Everyone just starts lining up and just goes around the block and just goes in for miles until all of humanity is lined up for it. I don't know,
but I do think either way, like I said,
it's a low view of people.
I don't think Trump supporters or conservatives should take it for granted that these crowds are, even if they are fake. Don't take it for granted that we're not going to have to work hard to get out every vote that we can and make sure.
And there's definitely, if nothing else, lots of enthusiasm against Trump.
Yeah.
There always has been.
Yeah.
I think he's done a great job of winning people over to him. He did it to me.
Yeah.
I never thought I would.
Same, yeah. I think, and even J.D. Vance was a never Trumper when he started.
Yeah.
He come around on him because Trump was a really good president.
Did you see the Louis C.K. post?
I did see it here.
Over 1 million people showed up to the Kamala rally this weekend. You can't make this up.
Now, is that account? It's verified, but it says not Louis C.K. And then I think the description says this may or may not be Louis.
Okay,
C.K.
maybe it's not. Yeah.
No, I don't know. It's Louis K.C. I don't know.
Oh, Louis
K.C.
K.C. Like, they got me. Okay,
So
whoever it is, yeah.
I don't know if that's a
It's a funny treat.
account or
I thought it was a weird post for him.
No, that account has like tons of followers though. I don't know if it's anyone real or not.
Louis K.C.
Yeah.
Okay, Kentucky Chicken.
That is funny.
And also this whole, it's been going on for a while now, and they kept this like, oh, Trump's so scared to debate Kamala.
That was so ridiculous.
So annoying.
Because he agreed, he already did one debate and won so bad that the candidate had to drop out.
And the only reason he didn't do the debate when they set it up was that she wasn't
confirmed
to be
as the
confirmed
nominee.
as the
They said,
nominee.
we're ready to debate once you guys decide who your nominee is going to be.
Right.
And it's also, it's such a, the left are such hypocrites and they will try to pin their own fears on the other side.
Right.
Whereas Kamala is only willing to debate on ABC. Trump already debated on CNN. It's a network that's hostile to him. ABC is hostile to him. Trump says, oh, let's also do a debate on Fox News. And Kamala's like, oh, I don't know because they don't want to be in front of moderators or journalists that will ask them tough questions and be hard on their side.
Oh, the other thing is I know that first debate that Trump proposed, which I think would be on Fox News, the earliest one.
Yeah.
Is before there's actual mail-in voting that starts after, like right after that.
Yeah.
So she skips that one. There's voting that will start before she even does her first debate.
Yeah.
And
that's what they need.
But and I just noticed that she kept sticking to this story that Trump's afraid to debate after he gave her 3 dates.
Yes,
she only took one and won't take the other 2 so far as I know.
Yeah.
And it's just, that's the thing that drives me nuts is like, it feels like she's purely depending on the stupidity of people not to really know and just to kind of surgically believe what they want to hear about Trump or whatever. And just, she can ride on that.
She wants to ride on people believing what they say about Trump, and also they're riding on believing what the media says about her.
Right.
They're trying to create this sort of almost Obama-like image for her.
Yeah.
Without ever having, like, Obama actually, whether you like him or agree with him or not, he sat down with journalists. He was good in interviews. He was a great public speaker.
Yeah.
It's a talent that he had.
He's
regardless of
likable.
whether you support him or not. Kamala doesn't have any of that, but they want to kind of create this same sort of energy and vibe that Obama had for her without
it feels like
ever
a pure dependence on the machine creating a creature that will be loved or whatever. I don't know.
Exactly.
Feels very dystopian.
It's all very strange.
And it drove me nuts to the way that I don't have examples here, but the Harris campaign kind of like kept kind of going off about the Elon and Trump interview and dismissing this, 2 rich guys kissing each other's butts. Like between Elon Musk and Donald Trump, whether you like him or not, just in a meritocratic, like they've earned their way to their positions for a large part. Sure, Trump was born into a fairly wealthy family, but a lot of people are. There's a lot of rich kids that don't become Trump.
Yeah, he still built the brand.
And Elon Musk, whatever foot up he had, a lot of people don't become Elon Musk. These guys have done incredible things. And Kamala has, I mean, sure, she's got some accomplishments, but like, she's like a cricket in a room with 2 giants.
Yeah.
She doesn't, I mean, and sure, Elon Musk should interview her if she wants to, but like, she doesn't, it's whatever.
And most of these politicians and journalists are rich compared to the working class.
Right.
Like,
she's rich.
Elon and Trump are like, they're like upper echelon, rich people, but they're still, it's not like, Joe Biden and Hunter Biden are poor people.
Well, and also just the idea that guy's so dumb because he's the richest man in the world.
We used to
look
look
maybe
up to
the other
that.
way around on that one.
And you also, it's like in America, you used to respect people who were successful businessmen and inventors and people that build these huge companies that are doing something, productive.
And of all people, I mean, Elon Musk, hasn't been anybody like him for a long time. It's fascinating, all the things he's doing.
Yeah.
I feel like it's worth listening to a guy like that to some extent.
Yeah.
So I think his whole he's got some weird stuff. I'm getting to it. Having all the kids with all the true women. That's weird. Not great parenting.
It's a rich guy thing.
That's weird.
Just what 2 rich guys do.
It's just the modern day version of having concubines.
Yeah.
All right, well, you ready to review that movie that we went and saw?
Yeah, we saw a great movie this week.
We saw The Crow, but it wasn't the old Crow. It was
and
the
it
new
wasn't
Crow.
Old Crow Medicine Show.
Oh, I was almost going to say that.
It was the Crow 2024.
2024, because it's got
The new Crow.
that Skarsgård guy.
Yeah.
He's like hot, I guess. I don't know. He's in a lot of stuff.
Oh, is he?
He's in
I didn't
John
say
Wick
he
4.
was- I didn't say he was hot. You did.
He's hot. I think, I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not like one of those scientists that rates the sex styles of people and their
Yeah.
hotness, but
But you think he's
Guessing
gonna live, you
he's
think he's
getting
gonna live a
an extra
nice
year.
long
Yeah.
life?
he's got an extra year.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I don't know if the marketing's going to beat the first one, though.
Yeah.
You remember that? You remember the first Crow?
Yeah, but there was the whole thing where the guy died during the
Bruce
making
Lee's
of it.
son.
Yeah. Brandon Lee was his name?
The funny thing is, like, at that time, I was like, the news was Bruce Lee's son murdered on set of The Crow. I'm like, wait a minute. Bruce Lee has a son?
Yeah, I didn't know
Wait,
that either.
he's in movies?
Yeah.
Wait, he's dead? Wait, there's a movie called The Crow? Like, I didn't know about any of this stuff.
Yeah.
And then that,
Do you think that's why a group of crows is called a murder in honor of
That's
of
why.
Brandon Lee's
Or maybe you just
murder on
should've-
the set of The Crow?
should have effed with crows and made a movie about him.
Yeah.
But-
It's kind of like he looks like the Joker in a way with all the face makeup.
Yeah, I mean, he's goth.
Yeah,
The Crow's
he's-
definitely
he's
goth. He's a goth
goth.
icon.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's going to bring goth back?
I don't know.
Did goth go away?
I don't know if Goth left
It
or not.
fizzled. It's around. You go to
Mhm.
Portland, you'll see some goth.
Oh yeah,
for
you'll
sure.
you'll see every type of identity in
Every
Portland.
'90s identity is in Portland,
and every modern made up identity.
right?
But
Yeah, they're keeping the '90s alive in Portland,
Mhm.
so they're probably excited. There'll be lines around the street for
Yeah.
Crow 2024, except for they're purists, then,
Yeah.
so they probably won't. Anyway, I really enjoyed. I'm a big mime fan, so I've always loved the Crow movies
I see.
because it's the closest thing you're going to get to a mainstream mime thriller.
Oh really? I don't know. I don't think I ever saw the first one.
Well, he's pretty quiet. You know, he's
Uh-huh.
got the mime makeup on, and then there's the murdering. So
And then they defeat him by
think that he's-
trapping him in an invisible cage. And nobody
he's
knows.
stealing people's necklaces.
Nobody
and
knows he's in
jewelry.
an invisible cage and not just being a mime.
Yeah, climbing that ladder.
Yeah.
Well, thanks to everybody who helped us put this show together. Matt back there, thank you.
He does
thanks-
all the-
Hey, Adam, thanks for driving all the way out here.
Of course.
You got any shows coming up, by the way?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be let me think. I'm doing TK's Comedy Club in Dallas, August 22nd through 25th, and I'm headlining Side Splitters in Tampa, Florida on September 29th.
All right. Well,
Come
you
out
got to
to
get
those
your
shows.
side splitting.
Yeah.
Get out there. We want to thank everybody who helped out with jokes. I think it was just Johnny this week. Our story contributors on Discord. Thank all you guys that throw in ideas. I know you've been doing a little less lately because I think you probably feel like I'm not used, but I use them. I do. I go in there, I look, and sometimes we cross paths, but I'm very appreciative of the guys who throw in ideas. Our editors, I think Don is my star editor and Johnny. So thank you guys. Thanks everybody who helps out. And of course, Austin Robertson, the voice of the Talk Down.
And to viewers like you, the listeners who somehow manage to find time to listen to yet another podcast. We'll see you at the movies.
The Talk Down is filmed in a dark room in front of a couple of fake plants. For more information or to become a subscriber, go to thetalkdown.com.